Hi, TK students, it's Mrs. Balatash, and I want to take a look at our plywood. We made plywood last week by taking some thin strips of wood and adding glue, and another strip of wood and adding glue, and another strip of wood, and then we squeezed it together. And here's my plywood. And all of those strips of wood glued together are very strong. And the reason that builders use plywood is because this material, this wood and glue together, makes a very strong building material. Hey, thinking about wood, it makes me think of our apple tree. Since this is our last week, I think we should go out and take a look at our apple tree. We started this school year by looking at the apple tree. And we have followed the apple tree through all the seasons. We're not going to get to see it all summer, but we can see what's happening now. Look. On the apple tree, there are some little green apples starting to grow. Do you remember the last time we looked? We saw flowers and blossoms. Now the apples are getting bigger, and they will continue to grow all summer long. And then at the end of the summer, in July or August, there will be delicious, sweet apples for us to eat. So, in the winter, the leaves go away, they drop, and the tree takes a little nap. It starts to wake up in the spring, and we see new leaves and little apple blossoms. Now we're getting bigger apples. The apples will grow. We'll pick them, and then in the fall, the tree will lose its leaves. I love that there is a complete cycle of our apple tree. I can't wait to eat a delicious apple. Do you remember when we read the story about the apple tree and how the apple tree changed through the seasons? I want to read that again just to help us remember the seasons and how the apple tree changed. My apple tree. It is so cold in winter. Water freezes into ice. There's ice on the twigs. Do you remember when we froze water and we saw the water change from a liquid to solid ice? That was a fun experiment. Remember when we did that together? In the spring, the days are warmer. Ice and snow melt. They become water for my tree. New leaves and flowers grow. Do you remember when we saw the flowers on the apple tree? In summer, the days are hot and sunny. Small green apples grow on my tree. That's what we're seeing on our tree. We're starting to see little green apples growing on our apple tree. In fall, it is cool. The apples are ready to eat. Then the leaves fall off my tree. I love the fall. I love the way the leaves change color. So we talked about the 4 seasons again. We talked about winter, spring, summer, and fall. And we talked about how our tree looks different in every season. I have loved going through the seasons with you guys this year, watching our apple tree. I liked reading that story about apple trees again. And I really loved seeing our apple tree go through all of the seasons. What season was your favorite with the apple tree? I think I liked spring. So what I want you to do is I want you to decide, which season did you like best? Did you like winter, spring, summer? We don't see very much of the summer of the apple tree, and fall. And then I want you to write a sentence. I like spring. But you could also write, I like winter. I like summer. I like fall. And now I'm going to draw a picture of the apple tree in the spring. I'm going to start with the trunk. There's the trunk. Now I'm going to add some roots. And I even covered up some of my writing with the roots from the tree. Now I'm going to add the branches. There are my branches. And now I'm going to add some light green leaves. It's not summer, so the leaves are a lighter green. So I added some light green leaves and I colored the trunk and some of the branches, a mixture of brown and black, because the trunk of the tree and the branches are both kind of a brown and black color. Now, apple trees have white flowers, and white flowers are going to be hard to draw on white paper. So I'm going to use some yellow to make the flowers on the apple tree. It's a little hard to see the yellow flowers, but they're there. So I have flowers in the spring. So here is my drawing of my favorite season with our apple tree at school. TK students, this is my cat named Peanut, and all year long he has wanted to be the star of the show. So as we say goodbye for the year, I wanted you to say hello to Peanut. He's a nice cat. Anyway, I have loved having you as students this year. I can't wait to see what amazing scientists you guys turn into as you grow up. Continue learning, continue to observe the world, and I just know that there's no place you can't go, nothing you can't do. You are amazing Cougars!